Yeah, you know me again, you know what I'm saying? You know the name, J Cage, you know I'm here on the behalf of Wealtication, you know what I'm saying? And you know me, I like to talk. I ain't doing just average videos, you know, I like to talk with substance, you know, stuff that, you know, I guess to me and a few people make sense, you know what I'm saying? Not in general. So today I want to speak on a lot of times we hear a lot of people bashing different people who who I guess who sell, you know, well not sell, but distribute a lot of knowledge based on the term courses or, you know, different programs, uh, academies, whatever you want to consider them. And the reason why a lot of people don't get the results they look for, I mean, from my perspective is I don't think they pay close attention to, you know, the lead or the creator of the program fundamentals. Like really what, you know, is they offering something that's really beneficial or necessary that they need. I mean, like sometimes we get caught up in the hype and emotion. We hear people speaking something that sound good because anything makes sense when you don't know what someone's talking about, right? In some cases. So a lot of times, you know, people join and sign up, buy them, and then they bash them. And me personally, maybe they may be some shits. I don't know, but I think you gotta pay attention to, you know, if you get hands on with the founder, or the leader, or the creator, or whatever it may be that's offering it, and then try to, you know, dissect really what he's talking about, you know, because like I pay attention to a lot of, you know, guys that have different programs, and what I see is by me being like, you know, knowing a little about a lot of things and actually mastering, you know, one a few things per se. It's like when I listen to it, I could really detect that this guy really is grounded in what he's talking about. But then if I don't know this, then let's say if I'm trying to take a course and this guy here is kind of like he's good at how can I say it, investments, but he might have three different strategies that he's offering, but with the main one that he's really good at. So that'll throw me off. So now I gotta figure out exactly what is his delivery really about. You know what I'm saying? And I think once you start paying attention to that, I think you won't just be signing up, you know, taking just unnecessary courses or different programs. You know, it's just like saying if it was in you to go to college or university, traditional, you know what I'm saying, outside this online information that's being distributed, that's considered content, which, you know, from my era is informational marketing in most cases. But whatever the term is, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like religion. You got to find something that fits you and then understand what are you getting and what does somebody offer you. Because I remember like back in the days when people were running seminars and people say, oh, that seminar's some bullshit. Well, you just can't expect to go to one seminar and just get all the answers and just gonna be overnight success or just get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? People read one book and they think they got it all. And they be like, you know, they won't speak positive now. No positives go. Nothing negative not gonna happen. The key is you gotta embrace still negative things that's gonna come your way. How you react to it. But then we give a title to negative and positive because just because somebody get punched in the face don't mean it's negative to him. We might look at it as negative, but how he accept it is how it come. You know what I mean? And not how it come is like when he titled it under. So to me personally, I use the word negative and positive, but I understand even want to look at energy as energy. It's really no such thing to me somewhere in my sick mind. Bad energy or good is all energy, but we title it, now we give a subject to that energy. So with that being said, I think people should look more into the content that someone are talking about, not just getting caught up in the hype and just taking the first, you know, package that somebody offering you. You know, like with me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you really pay attention to what I'm talking about, my essence is really based on structure, you know what I'm saying? And we're just title corporate structure, which, you know, with a alternative is like, okay, trust is not under, I would say, corporate, but it moving the corporate, you know, because now trust is supposed to be the only thing a living man can really operate under, right? But a trust actually control a corporation, an LLC, and so far and so on, right? But with that being said, Now you gotta understand that I'm great at what? Strategizing things. So I'm the strategy guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the same thing to tell guys I walk the yard with all the time, man. We talking about this and that don't work. The UCC don't work, the straw man and the secure party. I say, listen, the initial file is one thing. The whole catch is understand how to operate the system. So that's just like saying, if we freelance, we just go get some clothes and real estate. We don't got no structure. We'll consider freelance because we don't have the proper structure around us. So now, if you properly do the initial filing, like when you set up your LLC or car do business, saying it with the initial. But the thing is, you could set the entity up, right? Have an LLC, but if you don't understand how to operate a LLC or a corporation or a trust or whatever it may be, then what you have, you see, so then people get called, try to explain to people a UCC1, not jumping subject, is just a notice to the public what you did based on in the darkness. You see what I'm saying? So it's no such thing as it work or adult. It's the same that banks and the government use to notice certain parties. You see what I'm saying? So it's a notice if you don't put certain terms in it, because it's like an application form. So with that being said, back to the general subject, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that far as, you know, I have so many other things outside of that would throw somebody out, because if they would start hanging out with me, rolling with me, you would be like, God damn, like one of my guys told me to call him Trump. Look just like Trump, 23-year term, and got to love it because he was helping me build Wealtication. So I had all the content ready. He just was my transfer guy, knowing how to digitize things better than me, because I'm the guy that sit there and create up all the templates and sketches and things on different programs that we need or I want. I need somebody that could actually implement the software, the plugins. Now, I think I better at doing them myself through basic, you know, developers and stuff, but I don't take the time to try to do that. But he used to say, hey man, you have to know something, because you just can't come around somebody and then with you, he telling me like, I got an extension of just, you know, bringing more and more, not just information, more and more strategies and execution to try to get things done. So it never runs out. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, you know, some of us have infinity knowledge, which is defined. It's like ideas, they never run out. You know, I could just give ideas away because I'm constantly thinking them, but I don't sit around and focus on ideas as I used to. So with that being said, I think, you know, when people go to bashing, you know, certain, you know, groups of people or certain things, I mean, they just ain't pay attention. Because first, if you're going to take a stock course and you're not really interested in stocks, and you thought you was, and the minute you take the time out to do it and you lose interest, it wasn't the guy that was giving you the game or the knowledge. You lost interest. See, one thing I like, this guy said, I know y'all might be familiar, his name, I think his name, M500, one of the biggest influence with, I guess, credit, you can see. And I like a lot of stuff that he's talk about. And he said, remember taking a class, and the teachers, I don't know, I don't want to lie, say what type of class it was, a real estate class, I don't know what type of class it was, but it made a lot of sense. The instructor, the teacher told him, say, look, what y'all do is don't watch TV, and y'all can probably, you know, focus and determine, and y'all can pass the test. Well, this guy said he said he did watch TV, period. So it's about the distraction so he said that guy didn't say, don't watch TV till you get this test, you know, done. And the thing is, a lot of times, you know, I'm guilty of it. I'm a creature of habits too, right? I don't like to look at myself as a human. I know I'm having a human experience. I have human traits. But the thing is, it made so much sense how this guy said that. I was like, wow. He said, see, a lot of times we don't want to do all the work. We want to do half of the efforts. We want to do half of the, when we get some valuable information or whatever it may be, we want to do half of it, and then we don't get all the results. So you just can't expect to get, you know, the full end of the situation, and you're not going to do all the due diligence, all the things that was told to you to do. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying a lot of times when people just go to these seminars, they get mad because they feel like, oh, that seminar was this, that, and third. It wasn't that. You can't expect to get all this in one seminar. Just one book ain't going to just help you, man. It's an ongoing development. It's an ongoing process when you're dealing with prosperity. You see what I'm saying? Nothing ever stops. You look at guys that's 70, 80, and 90 years old that's mega millionaires, billionaires. What they doing? They get up in the morning, may still read their material, their newspaper, finance, statements and finance literacy to say whatever. When I studied Reggie Lewis, I called him Uncle Lewis, and I wanted to break the Uncle Reggie formula down, a big acquisition strategy. This guy still was a brainiac reading in the morning. When I looked into like just different guys in general. We could just say probably Robert Smith. I guarantee he get up in the morning, he's still focused on material. So it's like just because people get to a certain level of success or prosperity, whatever you want to say, they don't just stop informing themselves or educating themselves and learn new things. Look at Ray Dalio. Look at Ian Buffett. You know what I'm saying? Some of your top players that people speak of, they still have great surrounding elements around them from people that's informing them. Information that's coming across, they reading about, so it don't stop. So you just can't expect to just get this one hit and you actually make it. I mean, they may do have some defined people, and for myself, that's why I tell people, if I was so much what you thought I was, I wouldn't still be trying to inform myself, educate myself in areas, because I know that you have to constantly feed the intellect. It's a monster up here. Once you start drilling with it, it's never stop. It's, like they say, the day you stop growing is the day you start dying. And that's true. Because, and me and my other young guy, I used to hang out with, Kobe used to always say, the minute a leader stop learning, he's no more leader. So it's like you got to always be willing to learn things every day new, from the small things to the big things, from nature, learning from insects, learning from animals, learning from everything around you. You just can't never just look at you know it all. So when people tell me they know everything, I knew right there and then that they don't know too much of nothing. You see what I'm trying to say? So, it's like at the end of the day, you just can't expect to just rub shoulders and just get lucky and just, meet the right person. That happened, but you got to be determined. You had to be already down and be in a position. So when the right people, the right information, the right situation, the right offer, the right opportunity come, you prepare. That's why I say I live by the 5 P's: proper, preparation, prevents, performance. And when you're dealing with a bind, it's going to be them 3 things: the bid, bind, payment, and the performance. That's why you're dealing with investments. Carry over is a size, is covering what? The performance. You see what I'm saying? So they determine 20% performance fee, 2% management interest. See, everything go back to what? Performance. So you could be performing, but you want to be what? Proper performance. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing we learned about life in the prison planet here, everything is based on performance. No matter what you do in life, it's still based on performance for yourself or others. You got to be able to perform. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest performer, but it's all about that performance, man. This is why we love performing assets, man. You know what I'm saying? That's already performing, because it's different from collateral, ventures, investments, and performing assets. See, when you deal with performance, it's already generating income already. That's a performing asset to me. Versus people think I put money into this and that. That's an asset. That's collateral you're dealing with right now. That's a venture you're dealing with right there. That's not much a real direct investment. You got to know the difference between all these things that we think we know. But let me go ahead and get off this timeline for a minute and go ahead and rest my nerves up. I get